And do realize that when I am reading, sometimes this can actually go beyond March, and sometimes I'll get dates, numbers. I don't always, but a lot of time, especially for most of the readings I've done, I've been getting dates. Okay. Cancer, March 2021. What areas of life are they focusing on? Pull. Success. All right. Let's see if there's any more. Is there anything else that this group or group of Cancers are focusing on in March 2021? And again, I feel like being, here it is. Happiness. Okay. Let's see if there's any more. I keep thinking, I'm not just thinking, it feels like for who I'm getting ready to read for here, it is, yeah, I'll take it. Marriage. And this, I'm putting marriage over here. I think this is at least 2 groups. It could go into more. But anyway, I think a lot of this is actually already going on and in the process. I think this is Cancers who are trying to, they're working on their happiness and success. I'm told to hold up on that one for a second. Okay, so I'm going to put these up right here so y'all can see them. Okay. And what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to take and share this link so other people who are trying to watch while I'm doing this live that want to ask questions at the end, I'm going to make sure that I get the links up for you. Here we go. So just be patient just for a second. Okay. Paste. All right. One more. And then we'll get rolling on it. Okay, we are good. I'm going to pull it back up here so I can see when people are talking to me. You are more than welcome. Hi, Anna. You're more than welcome when you come on to say hi. And just do me a favor, because once I get going on a roll, I try to just focus on what I'm doing. I have no problems at the end answering a couple questions, okay? But save the questions right towards the end when I say go ahead. You know, anybody's got questions, then go ahead and do it if you would. Because a lot of times if there's a lot of questions, I'll lose them up in the feed, all right? But you're welcome to say hi. Okay, Cancer, let's go back to these. All right. All right, I think this is definitely 2 groups. And I'm going to take this card here. This is the 6 of Wands. And I'm going to get into this, but I feel like putting it here. Let me move this so y'all can see that. Do you see this? Happiness, success. That's definitely one group. All right. What's in between? And this is both groups of Cancers that are going through whatever this is. I mean, it looks to me like it's really good because so far, every zodiac sign I've been reading, like I said, this year, this is the year that people are, you know, last year you were kind of shooken up. You were made to make a choice. You were made to go in a certain direction. You were made to start changing yourself. And people start working on that. And this year is kind of what I call the cleanup year. This is the year where you kind of rebuild yourself and make a better version of yourself and go in a new direction. And for a lot of you, it's a new direction. It could be a new way of thinking, a new job. There's so many different new, but it's new. New is the word, okay? I want to make sure. All right, so definitely happiness and success. So let's see. I'm going to start these off with, yeah, that'll work. And like I said, it could even blend into somebody of Cancers who have happiness, success, and marriage in their life as well, or on their mind. Let's go ahead and go. Happiness and success. What do you have for Cancers? General March 2021. Cancers. Is this right? Interesting. Okay, before I go any further, let me check something real quick. Like I said, I have been doing this for just a little bit, so sometimes my brain will sidetrack. This doesn't feel right for Cancers. And that's the reason why Like I said, when I'm doing these, do me a favor, do not message me or anything like that. Okay, let me get through this, and then at the end I'll open it up, if that's okay. All right. Happiness, success. I say switch. That doesn't feel right. Too much. Cancer, March 2021 general. Love. Love's involved in this one, so I'm wondering, this could end up being just one group. I'm not sure yet. Feels like two, though. So what's revolved around your happiness and success, it has to do with love. A lot of people, a lot, and I'm talking a lot. Not every time I've done readings has it been to where it's you know, love has been in basically every single one of the zodiac readings I've done so far. So your happiness and success has actually got love revolved around it. Okay. What's this? Ooh, that's quite a bit. All right, here comes the story. All right. Yeah, I'm going to move that one. So here's love. Your happiness and success is based around love, okay? Or vice versa. Your love is based around happiness and success. There's some key cards. I don't always use these cards, but it feels right. What is Cancer working on for March 2021? They're working on trust. They're working on forgiveness. They're seeking answers. Family is on their mind, and home. Okay, so this is the focus for this group right here. This group of Cancers is about their happiness and success in love or about love or how they love. They're working on it. This is going to be a pretty quick one. I think so. I mean, because it's pretty self-explanatory. They're working on trust. Either they want to be forgiven or they are working on forgiving someone. They are seeking answers. I mean, here's the thing, and I'm looking at all the birds. See, this is what I'm looking at, okay? Do you see the birds? I don't know if you can see the birds or not. Do you see the birds in this one? Do you see the birds in this one? All right, I can tell you right now, this is about Cancer letting go. This is about Cancer letting go so that they can be happier and be successful in their life. And it's been mostly revolved around love. But trust. I mean, that's it. Trust that the future is going to get a lot better, but you're going to have to work on it. Because there's one thing about Cancers, is once you get down, this almost feels like a Cancer pulling themselves up out of a rut is what it feels like. And it definitely had to do with a lot of change. Possibly even could have been a change of home. So a lot of Cancers will go within themselves. You know, they got the shell, right? So instead of doing that, it's time to, you're not going to get all the, I get this, you're not going to get all the answers you want. You're not going to do it. It's not going to, you don't need those. With the birds are representing letting go. You're watching this off in the distance. Do not sit here and pull these, trying to get these answers back up. Okay. Whatever this is about, you need to let it go. Okay. Let it go. Move on. Yeah. That's it. And home. Focus on what's going on in your home around you. That's what I'm getting. But yeah. There's going to be, sometimes people have to accept the simple fact you're not going to get all the answers either you want or just answers, period. Well, why is this? Why is that? Sometimes, you know, let it go. That's what I'm getting. Just let it go. Stop dredging yourself up, because Cancers will go within themselves and you got a hard shell and you'll just sit there and just kind of like a crab, just kind of go within yourself and shut everybody else out. Well, I think during March, whatever this is about, Cancer is still going through this. And I want to see something here real quick here. Yep. I felt instantly towards the bottom of the deck. Healing the past is what is the card you got. Okay. I step into my future with strength and clarity. Now, you can't step into your future with strength and clarity if you're sitting here still trying to find answers to something that either you already know the answer to, you're just not willing to accept it, or it's wasting time. Whatever this is, you're just moving. You need to move for success. You need to move into or out of your shell. That's it. So whatever this is has caused Cancer to clam up, to go within themselves. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And you're just going to have to rise above whatever the situation is, because there is happiness and success. But the thing of it is, you're going to have to work for it. You can't use the same old past pattern. That's what I'm hearing, past pattern. You can't use the same past pattern. This is Cancer who wants love in their life. But here's the thing. That's what I'm seeing. Mistakes were made. Yep. Yep. But once you sit here and stop living in this, even though it's affecting you now, and this will be affecting you in March, if you just let yourself take and stop this. Stop going after answers that you, I keep hearing this. Either you already know this. I think it is. I think you know the answer. You're just not wanting to accept it. Now that's where the problem is. You're going to have to stop asking all the dang blasted questions. Move on. That's what I hear. Move on. Heal the past. Rise above it. Whatever it was, if there was a mistake made, next go around with, because love is very important to Cancer. But here's the thing. You want happiness and success. If you're the one is the one that took, and how do I put this? How do I put this? How do I put this? I'm going to keep going. Then I'm going to go back to this one. This one, I get this one. Yeah, here's your answer right here. Accepting what is. You're just going to have to, even though you may not like it, everything happens for a reason. It truly does. Everything happens for a reason. And it is time to let this go and stop clamming up in your shell. Stop trying to dig for answers that you already have the answers for. I am going to keep repeating this, and I feel very passionate about it because you know what? It's move on. Move on so you can have your happiness and success. That's the answer right there. Move on. Man, goodness. Okay. And this is where charging forward comes through. We've got Alexander, and he's sitting here riding on his horse, and he's got the 6 of Wands, right? He's charging forward. Do you see all the wands around him? But do you see him? He's sitting up here, and he's on this horse, and he's got the wreath. Do not, whatever this is, and it does have to do with love, whatever it is, do not continue on a past pattern. What are wreaths? And there's many reasons for reasonings and reasons for wreaths. But for this one right here, this has to do with love. This is somebody who needs to just kind of get out of their shell, move on, and do not make the same mistakes. And if it was vice versa, it was somebody else who made that mistake, you're riding away from it. You're riding away from it. And what are you possibly riding away from? A marriage. This does not feel like a bad thing at all. And just accept what it is and just move on so you can actually start having happiness and success again. Yep. And see, I don't feel like, I feel like drawing this one. Do you see the cup? I do not feel like reading the words. What is the cups? In the tarot cards, this would be the Ace of Cups. What is the Ace of Cups? A new beginning and a new way of loving and who you choose, basically. All right, so this is one that's just saying Cancer. At this point, just let the past go. And if you have made mistakes, then don't make the same mistakes again. That's what it's saying. Because Cancers are very feeling people, but they also go within themselves and shut everybody out too. So however this may apply to you, take it how you will. But this is Cancer literally charging into a different future. And probably most likely, I see that's another thing he's pointing out. You see the word love? And this is over here. And do you see him charging away? So I think this is somebody who is actually going away from a relationship. All right. What's next? Renewing your life. It's time for Cancer to go ahead and get purpose again. And like I said, there's several ways you can read this, but this one feels quite on mark. All right. So March, basically for Cancer, that's what you're doing and do realize Mercury retrograde is almost done. It's done on the 21st. Thank God. Because I tell you what, anything, everything, communication, electrical stuff, anything and everything's going to happen. Miscommunication. Okay. So anyway, in March, this is what Cancer, this group of Cancers is, or I almost feel like it's somebody watching. This is what you're working through. And instead of living in this space about how it didn't go right, and whether it was you that made the mistakes or it was the other person that made the mistakes, it doesn't matter. It's time to move on, period. Time to move on. And you already know the answers, so stop seeking answers when you already know them. Stop bringing back all the blackbirds. Because Cancers can get pretty dark. And they get caught up in their emotions, and it can turn. I mean, it can turn quite quickly. So anyway, that's what it's about. March, looking for your happiness and success, charging forward, either towards a marriage or away from a marriage. And I do feel this is a married couple or going to be married. So apply it how you will. Either, number one, this is one that is totally leaving, by choice or no choice, leaving this relationship. And they're going to stop looking for all the answers because the answers are right there. All right? They're decluttering their life. They're accepting what's happened in the past. They want their happiness and success and love, so they're charging forward towards this happiness. And you can't, and like I said, the first group, you would be, one way I can see it is either, like I said, again, I'm going to say it, either you're charging towards a marriage or you're running away from one, or you've been forced to run away from one. Take it how you will, all right? So in the end, long story short, stop searching for answers. The answers, what is that song? God, let it be. Okay? There's your song, Cancer. Let it be. All right? So Cancer is basically up in their heads in March. And I do feel this has already been going on. I think it's been going on for a while. But I really think with the Six of Wands, you're going to be charging out of it. You're coming out of it. Only if you allow yourself to come out of it. Now, if you're charging towards a marriage, that's great because I don't see anything wrong here. You're learning how to trust somebody. You're forgiving either yourself or you're forgiving the past or things that you couldn't even prevent. You're finding the answers. You're starting a family. Maybe even possibly talking to this person about a home. Starting a home if you're starting to go towards marriage. And you're healing the past and you're accepting what has happened in the past and you're rising above this and you're renewing your life. How? And it doesn't say Ace of Cups, but I see the Ace of Cups in my head. A new beginning. Okay? So that's how we can read it. You can read it two different directions and I feel that's right for both. So that was kind of strange how this one went because usually it would go, like there'd be happiness, success for one group and then it'd be about marriage for the next. But this actually is the two spectrums for Cancer. Ones who are leaving a marriage and another one who is coming towards one. Okay, so however that may apply to you, take what you will. All right, man, Cancer's was actually pretty quick because I don't feel like adding any more to that. And like I said, this is only for a small group of Cancers, so if this didn't resonate with you and it did not apply to you, it's okay. Not every single one's going to. All right, and I will look at the computer here in just a second. What's that? All right, so one more message before I even look at the computer. Also for Cancers, cultivating prosperity, okay? Cultivating prosperity, stepping into stillness, quiet your mind just a little bit. Stop being so up in your head. And I know that's easier said than done, trust me. Manifesting dreams. And see, there's also something here. This is when you're going to start, and this could be for the Cancers who are working on themselves. Do you see how they are starting getting ready to grow a garden? All right. Manifesting dreams. Do you see it's harvest time? That could be a time frame for Cancer too, whether you're healing or you're going towards this marriage, okay? Whether you're healing from this marriage or you're heading towards one. Something's going to really start in the springtime. And then it's going to come around. You'll get the answers you need by fall, by the time harvest season comes along. That's your time frame. All right? Whatever it is, you're going to be taking action. You're leaving the past and you're going to be walking on. That's probably what this is about, is by the time it's time for harvest season, Cancer is walking away from all of it. They're leaving the past behind. It's been rocky. The wind's blowing. They're tired. They're moving on. Cancers need to still their minds and listen to their angels. Look for signs. Okay? All right. That sums it up for Cancer. That was March 2021 General Intuitive Tarot Reading. Like I said, some of them go a lot. Somebody had texted me and they're like, why is some of them like an hour and something, and why is one of them 20 minutes? Well, it just depends. I never really know. Okay, so I'm going to open this up now. And if nobody says anything, then I'll be getting off here and then I'll be heading to Leo. Okay? I am opening it up for one or two questions. Go for it. Like I said, I'll give you a couple minutes, and if nobody says anything, I'll be popping off, taking a break, and then back on. Then we'll be doing Leo. Has anybody got any questions? Any questions? Okie dokie. Well, I know sometimes it takes a while for stuff to update. Like somebody will say something and then I'll get it later. All right, well, just to let you know, if you had a question, and I do miss you because I'm not seeing anything right now, I will be going on with Leos, and at the end of Leos, when I say any questions, just come on and ask your question. All right, guys, well, I'm going to wrap this one up, and that was for Cancer, March 2021 General Intuitive Tarot Readings. And like I said, this is Barda from Rooster's Peacock. You can come over to Facebook. Make sure you like and not just follow it, but like it, and that way you'll be notified when I'm on. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.